back to the YouTube channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and tonight I'm talking about the signing of David Fifita for the South Sydney Rabbitohs on a 2-year deal from 2026 until 2027. Well, it's a big signing, I reckon. Big signing in a way where I guess it's very intriguing to see how Fifita actually goes at the Rabbitohs, being under Wayne Bennett, the guy who, or I should say the coach, who gave him an opportunity in first grade back in 2018. That was the only real time Wayne ever coached Fifita back in 2018. But obviously, Wayne was the one who brought him up into first grade and has seen his progress when he once was at the Broncos as a junior. So, yeah, you know, obviously he reunites with his coach he made his debut with in first grade. And, yeah, look, it's obviously very exciting to see how he goes outside of the Gold Coast Titans, where it became an absolute train wreck, that ending there with Fifita and the Titans. So I think he goes to Rabbitohs with a clear mindset of getting better and, you know, trying to own a position in that South Sydney Rabbitohs team. So it's a very significant pickup in my opinion, and one that can go either way. But I can see it going very well as well. But as always though, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Everyone, thank you for all the new recent support. It means a lot to myself and this channel. So I hit 5,900 subscribers today. It's going up and down. Like 1 minute I'm there, then 1 minute I'm like on 5,899. So a bit up and down at the moment, but like I'm pretty much, you know, another, I'd say 100 subs away from 60,000 subscribers. So I do encourage you all to subscribe if you haven't already. Reaching 6K would be a great goal for my channel. So I appreciate those who have subscribed recently. But yeah, Fifita is a Rabbitoh. Look, I really hope Fifita reaches his full potential at South Sydney, because I feel like Fifita is too talented of a player to have his potential wasted. Like, we have seen a lot of players who have had so much promise in the past that have gone on to waste their careers, whether that's because of their fitness or their mentality towards rugby league or the way they just carry themselves. There's a lot of reasons why potential superstars fail because of those sort of reasons. And I feel like Fifita is definitely on that route right now to unfortunately fail. But I think him leaving the Gold Coast Titans was the best thing for the Titans and Fifita's career, because that was never working. Like, it would have been interesting to see how Josh Hannay would have went with David Fifita, because I feel like Josh Hannay would be a better communicator than Des Hasler to someone like Fifita, I feel like anyway. But yeah, you know, he obviously will leave the Gold Coast Titans now in hope to secure a good long-term future at the Rabbitohs. I think South Sydney signing him for a 2-year deal is pretty smart in my opinion. First year, get to South Sydney, prove a point, and hopefully he does. Then the second year is where I feel like he'll have to be just, you know, a complete player at the Rabbitohs. So it's a very smart deal by South Sydney. I think the Titans actually paid him out a fair bit of money to pay him out as well. So like, yeah, Titans chipped in a big way. So like, it's going to be interesting to see if, like, you know, the move for Fifita actually works out, because like he's going to a whole new club where it's full of superstars like Latrell Mitchell, Cody Walker. And it's funny because that game where Cody Walker and David Fifita had that thing happen was it last year or 2 years ago? But like that game where Fifita kept running at Cody Walker, and every time Cody Walker kept falling down. So like they're going to be reunited together and could even play on the same age as well. So like, you think about it like this: they've got Cody Walker, they've got you know, Latrell, they've got Jai Gray, who should be the fullback, they've got Campbell Graham, they've got a lot of good players South Sydney, and Fifita definitely in a forward pack with Cameron Murray being fit, Keon Kalamatangi, Totola if he's fit, Talis Duncan. You know, it's a very decent side South Sydney have, I won't lie. If everyone plays to their potential, South Sydney have a real shot of being a really dangerous team next year. I can't see why not. The injury toll has to get better though. That's a big one for me. But like, what's exciting for South Sydney fans is that Fifita is definitely coming to prove a point. I feel like Wayne Bennett will make sure that he gets, you know, the best out of him too. People will say, oh, but what happened with Josh Schuster? What happened with, like, you know, Anthony Milford? Well, Milford was, you know, caught up in drama, so that's kind of different. But like, Schuster, you know, definitely should have worked at South Sydney, but I just feel like there's a lot more going on with him more than anything else. But Fifita actually kept playing on and actually strung some games together. So like, I feel like he has that time and space to get better, and Wayne's a perfect mentor for him, I feel like. So, look, I think this signing will be very significant for South Sydney, and I think their supporters and members will have a lot to look forward to. So, could be a very dangerous prospect if South Sydney have a very fit and firing day of Fifita. Could be the real, one of the most, I guess, best, signings, in the recent time if they get him fit and firing and playing to the potential we know he can play out. So, look, I reckon it's a big signing by South Sydney. Again, one that can go either way, but I think they've done really well here to secure the signature of David Fifita. So, very keen to see how South Sydney go with Fifita in their team. But what do you think of this signing by the Rabbitohs? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and have a great rest of your night.